Welcome to Speak Stride English, the best place to help you learn English.
Chapter 6. The Secret Guardian. The following day, Mia felt a sense of calm mixed with anticipation as she prepared to meet Leo at the museum. After their close call with the mysterious rivals in the cemetery, they had agreed to be more cautious. But despite the risks, Mia was determined to continue. The compass felt like more than just a tool. It had become a link to people from the past who deserved to be remembered. As they met in front of the museum, Leo greeted her with a nod, his expression serious. "Ready to keep going?" Mia smiled, nodding. "Ready. Let's see where the compass takes us today." The compass points to a new destination. Following the compass's needle, they found themselves in a quiet part of the city known for its old churches and hidden courtyards. The compass led them to a small chapel, its stone walls covered in ivy, giving it an ancient and forgotten appearance. They hesitated at the entrance, sensing that this place held something different, something sacred. Inside, the chapel was dimly lit, with candles flickering in sconces along the walls. The air was thick with the scent of old wood and wax. As they moved toward the altar, a figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, elderly man with piercing blue eyes and a cloak that brushed the floor. His gaze was intense, as though he could see straight into their souls. "I see the compass has chosen its new holders," he said, his voice deep and calm. Mia and Leo exchanged startled glances, then looked back at the man. "Who are you?" Mia asked, clutching the compass tightly. The man smiled, a knowing look in his eyes. "I am the guardian of the compass. I have been watching over it for many years, ensuring it falls only into the hands of those who seek truth rather than greed." Leo stepped forward cautiously. "If you're the guardian, then why have you let it lead us this far? Why reveal yourself now?" The guardian's gaze softened, and he looked at the compass in Mia's hand. "Because you have proven your intentions. You have followed the compass not for wealth or fame but for the stories, for the lives that have been forgotten. Few pass the test." Mia felt a strange warmth at his words, as though he had lifted a weight from her shoulders. "Then you knew we would find you?" He nodded slowly. "Yes. I watched you in the cemetery, saw how you protected Eliza's letters, how you honored her memory. You showed respect for the lives this compass reveals. And that is why you have reached this point. But I must warn you, the journey from here will not be easy. Others seek the compass with different intentions, and they will stop at nothing to obtain it." Mia and Leo nodded, understanding the weight of his words. They had already encountered the mysterious rivals, but hearing it from the guardian made the danger feel even more real. The guardian's test. The guardian gestured toward a small, ancient book lying on a pedestal near the altar. "If you are to continue, you must first answer a question, a test. Few will. This question will reveal the true depth of your purpose." Mia and Leo exchanged glances, feeling the seriousness of the moment. The guardian looked at them intently, his gaze never wavering. "Tell me," he began, his voice low and solemn. "What is it that you seek from the compass? Is it merely curiosity, or do you hope to gain something more?" Mia felt the weight of the question settle over her. She thought of all the hidden places the compass had led her to, the lives she had glimpsed through letters, artifacts, and forgotten landmarks. She knew her answer. "It's not about gain," she said, her voice steady. "This compass is showing us people and stories that time forgot. I feel like by finding them, we're giving those people a voice again, honoring their memories. That's what I want." Leo nodded, placing a hand on her shoulder in silent support. "We're not just uncovering history, we're connecting with it. The compass isn't just a tool, it's a bridge to those who came before us." The guardian studied them both, his expression thoughtful. After a long silence, he nodded, seeming satisfied. "Then you may continue. The compass will guide you to the heart of its purpose, a place few have ever reached. But beware, for the path will test your resolve, and those who seek the compass for selfish reasons will grow more determined as you draw closer." A final hint. The guardian gestured for them to come closer, lowering his voice as though sharing a secret. "There is one final clue I must give you. The compass has led you to stories of love, loss, and hidden hopes. Remember, not all treasures are made of gold, and not all victories come from reaching the end. Sometimes, the journey itself is the prize. He reached into his cloak, pulling out a small, faded parchment with a single line of text. Seek the place where past and present meet, where the city's heart beats quietly beneath. Mia examined the parchment, her mind racing. A place where past and present meet, she repeated, wondering where it could be. The guardian nodded. Think carefully. This place will reveal the final pieces of the puzzle. But you must be ready. It is a place that hides in plain sight, where the history of the city lives on even now. With that, the guardian stepped back into the shadows, his figure fading until he seemed to vanish entirely. Mia and Leo stood in silence, absorbing the gravity of what they had just experienced. The guardian's words echoed in their minds, adding to the weight of their mission. Preparing for the final journey. Back outside, Mia and Leo walked in thoughtful silence, their minds filled with the guardian's message. The hint had been cryptic, but they felt certain it was leading them to a significant place in the city, somewhere that would reveal the compass's true purpose. They returned to the museum and studied the city's maps, looking for places where the past and present converged. After hours of research, they began to notice a pattern. Many of the compass's locations were centered around an old district near the city's river, a place where ancient buildings had been preserved alongside modern ones. Finally, they found it, a forgotten structure beneath an old library. The building had been renovated over the years, its top floors modernized, but beneath it lay the remains of an ancient archive, a place where the city's earliest records were stored. It was known as the heart of the city, a hidden space that connected the modern world with the ancient. Mia and Leo looked at each other, both feeling a mixture of excitement and apprehension. They had a sense that this archive held the answers they had been seeking, but they also knew it would be the most challenging part of their journey. We'll go tomorrow, Mia said, her voice steady. This is it. Leo, whatever happens, we're doing this together. Leo nodded, his face resolute. Together. As they prepared for the final leg of their journey, Mia felt a calm determination settle over her. The guardian's words stayed with her, reminding her that the compass was more than just an artifact. It was a bridge between her and the lives that had come before. And whatever lay ahead, she was ready to face it. End of chapter 6.